Are you finding that you can't eat the same foods you could tolerate before you had COVID? Does it feel like your nervous system and your digestive system are super sensitive and overreacting to anything and everything? Stay tuned as we uncover what's causing all this and what you can do to make it better. Hello and welcome to this growing community of people who are ready to heal from weird mystery symptoms that conventional medicine doesn't have answers for. I'm Carrie Bailey, your functional nutritionist. I work with people with anxiety, depression, and long COVID, and we use specific therapeutic foods, supplements, and herbs to heal. Food intolerance is when you eat a food and you have a negative physical reaction. It could be digestive, it could be a rash, it could be a headache. The trouble is trying to figure out what that food is. We generally don't eat one food with one ingredient. We make assumptions like I did 25 years ago when I OD'd on my favorite Christmas cookies that my grandma used to make. But I proceeded to blame it on the wheat or the sugar. I didn't even consider that it could be the eggs or the butter in my delicious cookies, or the issue that I clearly ate too many. Let's start by uncovering the root cause of food intolerance, and it's pathogens. This could be a virus that's inflaming the nerves that line your digestive tract. So when the food comes through, it actually rubs it and irritates it. It could be an unwanted bacteria like Streptococcus, which is overgrowing and causing digestive issues like bloating, gas, and pain. In order to overcome these pathogens, we need to stop feeding them. They love processed food, wheat, dairy, eggs, and cookies. We need to support the liver too, because when the liver is overburdened or overtaxed, it cannot help us get rid of the waste from the pathogens that we get exposed to on a daily basis. This waste is toxic to our bodies. It could be ammonia, it could be neurotoxins, it could be dermatoxins. And this waste, if the liver is not able to break it down and get rid of it, it's going to circulate in our bloodstream, and then it's going to overflow and go to other parts of our body. And it might make its way to our nervous system and create inflammation there. Once there's inflammation in our nervous system, this creates a huge burden for our immune system. It can't keep up with all this inflammation. The analogy I like to make is, if there's a house that's on fire, sometimes the firefighters can't get to it, it can't access it, or it's just too much for it. And so all it can do is contain it. It can protect the houses around it, it can wet those down, and it's just managing the fire and letting it burn. This is what's happening in your body when there's too much inflammation, and the inflammation is in your nervous system. So we need to support not only our liver, but we need to support the nervous system and the immune system. We need to decrease the inflammation in our nervous system so that we don't have these reactions to healing foods. Reducing inflammation in the nervous system begins with the liver. We need to support the liver so it can detoxify the toxins that we're exposed to from the air we breathe, to hopefully we don't drink tap water, but if we drink tap water, to detoxify any caffeine, any adrenaline from our stress, any viral or bacterial waste, and detoxify any medications that we may have taken ever in our life. Every chemical compound that we're exposed to, what the liver does is it grabs a hold of it, it sort of diffuses it, and then it gets rid of it through the blood, first of all. And once it goes through the blood, it goes into the kidneys and out through the urine. The other way that the liver gets rid of toxins is through the bile and through your poop. And so if you don't have good bile flow, you're not going to be able to get rid of toxins. When the liver can't do its job of cleaning your blood, right? Or the toxins somehow spill out of the liver back into your bloodstream, these toxins go systemic. They go everywhere in your body, and they can inflame the central nervous system. An inflamed central nervous system is very sensitive and very reactive, which may present as trouble sleeping, panic attacks, anxiety, food intolerances, or any number of neurological issues and symptoms that you experience with long COVID. Before I get to what you need to do to support your liver, your central nervous system, and your immune system, I've been working on this awesome tool for you guys. It's the Long COVID Recovery Guide. This guide is my essential steps to healing from long COVID, and I'm so excited to share it with you. It's coming out in a few weeks, so be sure to get on the wait list so that you're the first to know when it comes out. I'll pop a link in the comments and description below. Until it comes out, there's some great tips in there to get you started. What do we need to do to support your liver, your nervous system, and your immune system? against these food intolerances. Once the central nervous system is inflamed, we need to calm down that inflammation, which takes time and patience depending on how reactive you've been and for how long. There are both nutrition and lifestyle ways of calming the nervous system. And finding what works for you and fits into your life is key. What resonates with you might not resonate with me. So from a lifestyle standpoint, here's a few things that you can do to calm your nervous system. You can do grounding. I do this every day. I go outside to eat my lunch. I put a towel on the ground and I eat my lunch. You can get out in nature. I love the beach. Maybe you like the mountains and the trees. Meditating and breath work also calm the nervous system. You can also do some limbic system or brain retraining. And there's a couple different systems out there. There's the Gupta system and there's DNRS. And DNRS stands for Dynamic Neural Retraining Program. So these are good to do lifestyle. You can do these on a daily basis. Just find out what works for you to help calm your nervous system. For liver support, your liver needs the right foods, herbs, and supplements in order to cleanse, detoxify, and heal so that it can do its job of cleaning up toxins. If you're doing carnivore, keto, low carb, or any other high fat diet, you're actually starving your liver. If you're eating dairy, this is gumming up your liver and making it much harder to do its job. Your liver wants an alkaline-rich, phytochemical-rich nutrients found in fruits and vegetables. The liver uses B vitamins, glutathione, amino acids, and flavonoids in your foods in order to help detoxify. Now, you can't also detoxify if you can't methylate. So it's important to use the nutrients that needed for methylation, which include B12, methylfolate, and zinc. And then the other part of methylation is the glutathione. And so in order to make glutathione, you can supplement with glutathione, or you can eat lots of spinach, asparagus, and garlic. There's some nutrients that can really help your immune system, because when your immune system is strong, it will calm down the inflammation. So we always want to be boosting the immune system. The nutrients to boost the immune system are zinc, vitamin C. Vitamin C is the #1 antioxidant that you can eat and consume from foods. Vitamin D, anti-inflammatory supplements like curcumin and quercetin. Remember that quercetin is high in onions and apples, so it's important to be eating those as well. Isolating one nutrient from a food might not be the answer, which is why supplementation, again, is meant to supplement, not replace food. So you still need to put in your quercetin-rich foods, but it might be okay to boost it with a little bit more quercetin. The nutrients you need to support your nervous system, these would be B vitamins, especially B12. Your nervous system uses a lot of B12. Glucose, minerals like leafy greens and sea vegetables, those are all going to support your nervous system. So what's cool about these nutrients, if you put them in, is that it will make those lifestyle practices that you're doing even easier. It's like swimming downstream instead of upstream. The order may vary from person to person on these next few things I'm going to talk about. It might depend on your lifestyle, your mental, emotional, and physical attachments to food, and your reactions. But #1, you want to take out the foods that are feeding pathogens. You also want to take out any excess fats that's preventing the nutrients from getting not only to your liver, but to your body by moving to a low-fat diet. You want to address any nutritional deficiencies, and you want to bring in healing foods in the way of fruits and vegetables. So if you're eating a high-fat diet, watch my carnivore video to learn the way that I recommend transitioning from that towards healing foods. In summary, food intolerances are any negative physical reaction from food. What's behind these reactions are inflammation and dysfunction in your liver, in your immune system, and in your central nervous system. This inflammation is caused by waste and toxins that are in the liver that the liver cannot clear. And this is leaving you vulnerable to getting into your bloodstream and into your nervous system. So the way to address this is to support not only your liver, but also your central nervous system and your immune system. You can implement nervous system calming techniques through lifestyle practices. You can remove dairy and wheat, move to a low-fat diet with lots of fruits and vegetables to support your liver. We talked about a lot of key nutrients that you can supplement with. to support these systems. The trick is it's really hard for me to explain in a video to a mass audience the exact order that this needs to be done. And it will really vary from person to person based on lifestyle, symptoms, and reactions. If you're loving and appreciating my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my content as I release it each week. Thank you so much for being here. See you in the next video.